Good evening. It is time for today's tax talk. I'm your host. I'm attorney Stephen Leahy. It is Monday, August 1st, the year of our Lord 2022. And you may have heard that the big winner for the lottery was right here in Illinois. And and you might be thinking, because I know I was, what kind of taxes are they going to pay on that? Who's going to get that money? So anyway, that's what we're going to talk a little bit about. We can talk a little bit about baseball too, and the treasures that some people find at the ballpark, and the taxes on that. So and also frequent flyer miles. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm glad you can join us, and we'll be here. Okay, so again, everybody knows that it was $1.333 billion. One person won. We don't know who it is yet. We probably will never know. If someone came to me and said, what should I do? I would say, do not go public. Okay, find a way. It goes into trust or something like that, and you don't let everybody know what's going on. My own opinion. And I think that's what's going to happen. But there's a good story, and I wanted to, everybody does. Again, the first thing that I think about is, how much is the IRS getting of that money? And then the state of Illinois also. And I don't know if you heard this, but the Speedway gas station, they also get $500,000. And, of course, they got to pay taxes on that money also to the state of Illinois and to the federal government. So that's probably about half. Not quite half. But that's what we're going to talk about. Let's go to the story, and we'll start there. Well, that ain't the story. Here's the story. Okay, so what's the tax on a Mega Million Jackpot? A winning ticket for Friday's $1.337 billion Mega Millions Jackpot was purchased in Illinois. After taxes are taken out, how much will the winner receive? Congratulations to the lucky winner who had the only ticket that matches 6 numbers in Friday's Mega Millions lottery drawing. Now, when the numbers came out, I didn't even check to see if they were mine. I don't play the lottery, so I know I didn't win. I always like that because people, I always wait till it's $1 billion, then I'll buy a ticket because 500 million or 600 million, that's just not enough for me. It doesn't make any sense. But anyway, that's what happens, right? It goes up to $1 billion. Everybody starts buying tickets. But there are 2 other entities who also won big, the federal government and the state of Illinois. That's because between the 2, they're going to get a big chunk of that $1.337 billion jackpot once the tax man claims his share. The announced jackpot of $1.337 billion is the value of an annuity payments over 30 years. That's an average of approximately $44.57 million per year. If the winner opts for an immediate lump sum cash payment, which most people do, the payout will be cut down to $780.5 million. But in either case, that's before taxes. And make no mistake, the winner's tax bill will be significant and unavoidable either way. Federal taxes and the Mega Millions jackpot. Let's take a look at this Uncle Sam's cut first. The top federal income tax rate is currently 37%, and I think you're in the top rate then. However, it's scheduled to rise to 39.6% starting in 2026. As a result, if the winner opts for 30 years of annuity payments, he or she will be paying something in the neighborhood of $16.49 million in federal income taxes per year for the first 4 years. And the IRS will automatically take 24%. This is called a automatic withdrawal, right? So there's the IRS says, hey, before you give them any money, you're giving us 24% of that. And then the balance, the winner will have to pay. Depends on how that gets all divided up amongst the trust. I would assume that there's going to be a trust and the consortium of people and how many people get it, and what's the taxes on. But again, the IRS gets 24% right off the bat. The lucky winner will owe $17.65 million per year for the remaining 26 payments. That comes to a ballpark grand total of about $524 million in federal taxes. If you subtract that from the 1.337 billion, that leaves the winner about 812 million to spend, but it will take 30 years to get it all. If the winner takes the 780.5 million lump sum payment, he or she will pay about 288.8 million in federal income taxes for the 2022 tax year. Again, the IRS will take 24% right away and expect the rest when the winner files the 2022 tax return. Before that, because you got to pay as you go, so you're going to have to make quarterly payments. Receiving, not that it would, I guess a small percentage in penalties would be a big amount of money because it's a large number. Receiving the money now also means it can invest immediately and likely grow to an amount that surpasses the annuity title in less than 30 years. Well, obviously, any interest that you gather is all taxable, and you'll pay tax on that money also. Any kind of profit on that money, anything you invest in, anything put in the bank, even buy bonds, all that money would be taxable. Now it's Illinois' turn. Since the winning ticket was purchased in Illinois, we're assuming the winner lives in there. And I think even if it didn't, I think the Illinois would say, that they're entitled to their end because it was purchased in Illinois. Illinois has a flat income tax of 4.95. If the winner selects the 30-year annuity option, the tax on the average annual payment of $44.57 million comes to over $2.2 million per year. Multiply that annual tax by 30, and you get a grand total of around $66.2 million in total tax paid to Illinois over the annuity period. And I think that we're probably going to get more if our politician friends have anything to do with it. Our taxes are going up, so they're always going to go up. When coupled with especially again, we've already tried to get the graduated income tax, and they're never going to stop pushing for that, in my opinion. When coupled with the estimated federal tax under the annuity, that leaves a combined estimated tax bill of $591 million and an estimated $745.95 million. Not bad for a $2 investment, but generally people put a lot more than $2 in. If the winner takes the $780.5 million lump sum, applying Illinois' 4.95% tax rate to a one-time payout results in the state tax bill of approximately $38.63 million. The state will collect the amount right off the top, since the Illinois lottery withholds the state's cut before it hands over the prize money. Of course they do. So with the lump sum payment, the combined federal and state tax will be about $327.43 million. When you take that out of the $780.5 million, that leaves $324.2 million in the winner's pocket. That's still a life-changing amount for the winner. Finally, you'll receive a IRS form W-2G in the mail by January 31st, 2023, with your winnings listed at Box 1. The amount withheld for federal and state taxes will also be reported on the form. Don't forget the IRS will receive a copy of the form, too, so don't even think about reporting a different amount if you file. Of course you wouldn't. So anyway, that's that. I have another story, though, about baseball, and I thought this was an interesting story, too, because it kind of goes into all this about what is taxable. You think you win something or you get something, and you think, well, that's just tax-free, but it isn't. Okay, so baseball history, frequent flyer miles, and the IRS. The tax law affects or some say infects just about everything that we do in life. I thought of this pearl of wisdom as I checked the flight status before driving my daughter to the airport. This may require a bit of explanation. To start, you need to know that the tax laws says income can be an economic benefit, not specifically excluded by law, right? As we said, the 16th Amendment. Income from whatever source derived. In a simple sense, if you were happy to get something, it's income unless you can find a specific exclusion that says otherwise. In 1998, Mark McGwire hit 70 home runs, the first baseball player to do that. The fan who caught the ball refused to return it when McGwire would not meet with him. Almost immediately, tax geeks started commenting on the tax effects of this transactions. Found treasure in income. giving a valuable asset away is a gift. Earlier the same season, the IRS was forced to issue a news release to say it would not try to tax a fan who returned McGwire's 62nd home run ball. That home run broke Roger Maris's single season record. The no tax result was clearly wrong as a matter of law, because I think we just had this Derek Jeter incident and others. I think it mentions it in here too. So the guy who caught home run number 70 sold the ball for just over $3 million. The cash would definitely be income. Absolutely got to pay tax on that. Years later, Yankee star Derek Jeter got his 3,000th major league hit with a home run. A former football player fell on the ball as if he was recovering a fumble. This fan gave the ball to Jeter in exchange for some swag and a Jeter meeting. The ball was worth much more, hence a gift likely resulted. The nice guy approach probably saved fan two from tax problems. Again, not because the law has an exception for nice guys, just because the IRS has an aversion to negative publicity. Back to the flight. In 2002, the IRS adopted a nice guy approach to redemption of frequent flyer miles. This was an announcement which carries little authoritative weight. Nevertheless, IRS said it changed its mind. The change would be prospective only. That they have said nothing since 2002. What did the IRS say? That trying to treat the use of frequent flyer miles as taxable income created numerous technical and administrative issues. These issues included trying to separate the source of the miles, business versus personal travel, and the value of the miles redeemed. I don't think that it can't be that complicated. The IRS complicates everything. Miles earned for personal travel should be a purchase price adjustment rather than income. Miles earned for business travel really should be income. The valuation issue led the IRS to just say, like catching a historic baseball, we'll just look the other way. When someone looks the other way, smart people know we're supposed to quietly slip out the door. Don't knock the silverware over on the way out or sing a bawdy Irish drinking song. The announcement said it did not apply if you received cash for miles. That's a bit too bawdy for IRS's tastes. Did not say. So if you get cash, they're going to tax you on it. These days, many flights are being canceled or oversold. Many are also very late. Flyers may get vouchers for future travel or even cash for being bumped. Vouchers should not be taxable. A 2006 formal ruling by the IRS National Office said federal law creates two rights when you buy an airline ticket. First, you have the right to travel on the flight that you booked. Second, you have a right to compensation if you are bumped from the flight. Both rights come from a single contract with the carrier. Vouchers for future travel represent part of what you originally paid for. Therefore, they cannot be income. Cash is likely a different story. There are no court cases dealing with cash received from the airline that bumped you. In 2014 tax court case, a man redeemed account award points earned with Citibank for a flight. Citibank valued the flight at $668 and issued a 1099 form for that amount. The tax court held that bank's flight award was not covered by a 2002 IRS announcement and that Citibank's valuation seemed reasonable. Cash for being bumped may be more exciting than a voucher, but also troublesome at tax time. So I just thought those were interesting stories. Again, it looks like the IRS is looking the other way. And here's what my caveat would be, for now, because they can change that anytime they want, and they probably will. It's just the way things work. That whenever they're trying to gather more money, and the IRS is always trying to gather more money. The federal government, as we're now in the replacement for the Build Back Better plan, which is the Inflation Reduction Act, which will not reduce inflation, but yet that's what they call it. That. So anyway, that's what it's. Whenever they're trying to come after, they will find a way to gather more money. And one of the easiest ways to do is just to collect money that they are not collecting now and say that they haven't changed the tax laws. I think that Manchin is doing very much that. Is saying, well, this is just closing a loophole. We're not raising taxes. I think it's raising taxes. They say it's closing a loophole, but that's their story, and they're going to stick with it. So anyway, thanks so much for joining us here today. It was I thought this was a good story and appropriate given the winner. So remember, I'm going to ask you to like and subscribe our content. We need to get this out to people. We need your help to do it. So please like and subscribe, get it out, and help us get more people to view our content. And remember, if you're one of these people who won the lottery and you have IRS problems, or if you know you haven't filed your tax return, maybe, and you don't know what to do, because a lot of people get paralyzed and they don't know what to do. Here's what you should do. The first thing you should do is get a copy of my book, Deal with Your IRS Problem Today. Go to freeirsbook.com, freeirsbook.com. Get your copy of Deal with Your IRS Problem Today. We will ask for you to pay the shipping and handling, but other than that, the book is free, and all the bonuses that go along with it, those are also free. So go to freeirsbook.com and get your copy. So thanks so much for joining us here today. We'll see you again here tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow is Crypto Tuesday, so we'll be talking about crypto and blockchain and all that good stuff. So I hope you can join us. Join us, won't you? Here we go.